Namaste, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and I'm going to take you through an energizing morning yoga stretch. No props required for this practice, and we are going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So bring the big toes together to touch, and you can widen your knees as much as is appropriate for your hips and low back. So the wider your knees go, the more intensely you'll feel this through the inner groin and in your low back. Instead of folding straight down, we're going to add a lateral stretch, so a side bend. Walk your hands over to the left of your mat and crawl the right fingertips out as far as they can go until you start to feel that nice big stretch along the right side of your waist. And keep pressing your hips back towards your heels. Try to soften your upper back here in this pose. Slow, steady breaths. Try to melt into it. And I like to do quick practices in the morning, just as a way to really put ourselves first and to set the tone for the day ahead. And you might choose to focus on one word that symbolizes how you would like your day to go. And staying in child's pose, we're just going to stretch to the other side so you can crawl and walk your hands, this time over towards the right side of your mat. Stretch out long through your left arm before folding down. See if you can keep reaching your left hip towards your left heel so that it's not lifting off the floor. We're really just trying to isolate through the upper body here with this side bend. One more big breath here. And we'll bring the hands and the chest back to center. Start to lift up, tabletop pose on hands and knees. Realigning yourself so your hands are underneath your shoulders with your fingertips spreading wide, knees under your hips, cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up. Exhale, round, and reverse that motion. And just keep going. As you inhale, you find a little back bend. And on the exhale, spinal flexion, rounding through your shoulder blades. Coming back to neutral, let's find our thread the needle. So opening through our upper back a little more. Reach your right arm up to the sky, and then you're gonna thread your arm under, so shoulder and ear drop down towards the mat. I like to reach my left arm up and over and push into both arms and both hands into the floor. Shift your hips over to the right to intensify this stretch. And slide your left hand back. Press to come all the way back out. Reach your right arm up and press it down. We'll switch sides. Left arm rises. Exhale, thread it under. Shoulder and ear to the mat. And maybe you reach your right fingertips out. Big inhale to come out of the pose. And we'll make our way into downward facing dog. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Create some space here in this down dog, maybe by paddling the feet so you bend one knee, straightening the opposite leg. Just checking into the hamstrings, the hips, the low back. And let's reach our right leg up towards the sky. Go ahead and bend your right knee, open up your hip. And we'll step to warrior two. Right foot in between your palms to the top of the mat, back heel spinning parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. Go ahead and lift on up. So your palms are facing down towards the floor and you're squeezing your right knee open, shoulders stacked over your hips. And let's interlace our fingers behind the lower back. You might choose to just stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, you're going to bow to the inside of your right thigh. Keep bending generously into that front knee. We're not here forever, I promise. Just lift the knuckles up. And now stay low to the ground. Just let your hands come down to the floor. Lift your back heel off the mat and reach your right arm up. Easy twist. Let your right hand come back down. Back knee comes back to the floor and just step your right foot all the way towards the back of your mat, pressing into your heel. Into our modified side plank, roll to the inner edge of that right foot, and once more, re-extend that right arm up to the sky. Stacking one shoulder over the other. Right hand comes back down. Keep the legs as they are and go ahead and float your right heel off the floor. Draw the navel in so there is a flat back, no rounding here. If you'd like to go further, extend your left arm forward. Take an inhale to find some length. And as you exhale, bring your elbow and your knee together to touch. Two more like this. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeeze it in. Last one, inhale and exhale. Tabletop pose, back to downward facing dog. So I'm not doing any vinyasas in this morning practice, but you're welcome to take one right now if you would like. Otherwise, we will meet you here in downward facing dog, just paddling out the feet, no tension in your neck. Second side, left leg rises, bend your knee, open up your hip. And step to warrior two. Left foot forward, back heel parallel, and lift on up. Palms facing down, keep squeezing that left knee open, hugging through the inner thighs. Interlace your hands the more unusual way, the other thumb on top. Maybe you just stay here, or you can choose to dive down. So really activating and finding strength in our legs. Stay low to the earth as we come into our easy twist. So hands to the mat, lift your back heel off the floor, and go ahead and reach your left arm up to the sky. Left hand comes back down, bring your knee down, and just step your left foot back this time, reaching back into your heel. Modified side plank on our other side, so roll to the inner edge of your left foot, and once again, that left arm extends up. Try to reach one hand away from the other. Left hand back underneath your shoulder. Go ahead and lift your left foot off the floor. Draw the navel in, flatten out your lower back, and maybe reach your right arm up. Take an inhale to find length. And as you exhale, round and contract. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Breathe in and in. Tabletop pose, widen your knees a little bit. Child's pose, one last time. So folding straight forward this time. Once more, start to ask yourself what you would like your intention to be today. One word that might capture this intention, this feeling. You can walk your hands in and come to take a seat as we close our practice together. Sit up nice and tall and draw your hands at your heart. Really anchor in the word, the feeling, the intention, the mantra. And once it's really clear to you, we'll chant Om together one time, inhaling through the nose and then chanting. Big breath in. Om. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much for doing this morning yoga flow. I hope you feel ready to tackle your day. I would love to know what your intention is. Leave me a comment. Let me know what word you've chosen. And if you'd like to follow this up, I would recommend this meditation right here. Please subscribe. I put out many videos every single week. There's lots to choose from, and hopefully you'll make this a habit by practicing with me every single morning. Namaste.